Once upon a time, in a bright and busy town, lived a young woman named Zara. Zara was a kind and cheerful person, but she had one big habit. She loved looking at social media. Her phone was like a window into another world, a world filled with fancy cars, big houses, and perfect-looking people. She would often feel a sense of excitement as she opened the app, eager to see the latest updates. Every day, Zara would spend hours scrolling through her feeds. She saw pictures of people eating in expensive restaurants, wearing beautiful clothes, and traveling to amazing places. She watched videos of influencers showing off their seemingly perfect lives, their flawless skin, and their endless fun. A feeling of fascination would wash over her as she watched these videos. The more Zara looked, the more she started to compare herself to these people. Why can't my life be like that? She would often wonder, her voice filled with longing. Why am I not as pretty, as rich, or as happy as them? A small seed of sadness began to grow in her heart. She started to feel inadequate and discouraged. She started to feel like her own life was boring and ordinary. Zara worked at a small bookstore. She loved reading and helping people find the perfect book, but it didn't feel as glamorous as the lives she saw online. She had a cozy apartment, not a mansion. She enjoyed simple meals with her family, not fancy dinners in five-star restaurants. She had a few close friends, not a huge circle of party-loving acquaintances. She often felt a pang of disappointment. One day, Zara's best friend Maya came to visit. Maya was someone Zara often admired on social media. Maya's posts showed her attending glamorous events, surrounded by stylish people, always with a bright smile on her face. Zara felt a surge of admiration whenever she saw Maya's posts. But when Maya arrived, she looked tired. She had dark circles under her eyes, and her smile seemed a bit forced. Zara made them both some tea, and they sat down to chat. Zara noticed Maya's weariness. "Maya, you always look so happy and perfect online," Zara said, a hint of envy in her voice. "Your life seems like a dream." Maya sighed and put down her teacup. "Zara, social media is not real life," she said softly. "It's like a movie. People only show the best parts, the parts they want others to see. It's not the whole story." Maya's voice was filled with a hint of sadness, but also firmness. Zara was surprised. "What do you mean?" she asked, her eyebrows furrowed in confusion. Maya explained, "Those parties I go to, they're often loud and crowded, and I barely know anyone. That smile I always have in pictures, sometimes I'm actually feeling quite lonely. Those stylish clothes, I borrowed them for the event. My life is not always as perfect as it looks online." There was a note of frustration in Maya's voice. Maya then shared some of her own struggles with Zara. She talked about her worries about her career, her arguments with her family, and her feelings of insecurity. She confessed that she often felt the same way Zara did, comparing herself to others and feeling like she wasn't good enough. Maya's voice cracked with vulnerability as she spoke. "I spend so much time trying to create this perfect image of myself online," Maya said, "that I forget to enjoy the real moments in my life. I'm so busy trying to impress others that I'm not even being true to myself." She expressed her regret and inner turmoil. Zara listened carefully. She began to realize that Maya was right. Social media was like a carefully crafted show, not a true reflection of reality. People only showed the highlights, hiding the everyday struggles and imperfections that everyone experiences. A wave of realization washed over Zara. That day, Zara had a big realization. She understood that comparing her real life to the perfect lives she saw online was like comparing a painting to a photograph. The painting might be beautiful, but it wasn't the same as the real thing. She felt a sense of awakening. Zara decided to make a change. She didn't want to live her life trying to be someone else. She wanted to be happy being herself. She felt a surge of determination. The first thing Zara did was to spend less time on social media. She set time limits for herself and made a rule: no scrolling before bed. Instead of looking at other people's pictures, she started to focus on her own life. She felt a sense of relief as she put her phone down more often. She started to appreciate the simple things she had always taken for granted. She enjoyed her quiet mornings with a cup of tea and a good book. She spent more time with her family, laughing and sharing stories. She went for walks in the park, enjoying the beauty of nature. She focused on her work at the bookstore, finding joy in helping customers and sharing her love of reading. She felt contentment in these simple activities. Zara also started to change the way she used social media. To her surprise, Zara found that people responded positively to her honesty. Her friends and family appreciated seeing the real her, not just a polished version. She started to connect with people on a deeper level, sharing genuine experiences and emotions. She felt gratitude for the genuine connections she formed. As Zara spent less time comparing herself to others, she started to feel happier and more content. She realized that true happiness didn't come from having a perfect life, but from appreciating the good things she already had. She learned that being herself was enough. She felt a growing sense of peace and joy. Zara continued to live her life with joy and gratitude. She still used social media, but she used it in a different way. She used it to connect with people, to share her experiences, and to learn new things. But she never forgot the important lesson she had learned: that the real world, with all its imperfections, is much more beautiful and fulfilling than the carefully curated world of social media. She felt wise and fulfilled, and so Zara lived happily, not ever after, but happily every day, embracing her true self and finding joy in the simple, real moments of her life. She learned that the key to happiness is to be yourself, to appreciate what you have, and to remember that what you see online is not always what you get in real life.